going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and I warned you, you were getting a lot of pop-offs this week, so you already know it's time for another pop-off with Maddison. For today's pop-off, I'm going to be filling you in on this major tea-filled update when it comes to Tristan Thompson, his alleged baby mama, aka Kimberly Alexander, and Khloe Kardashian. You see, Kimberly Alexander recently took to her Instagram and shared her son's birth certificate because there's been misinformation out there about how old her son is. Plus, she also did a Q&A with her followers and talked about Khloe and Tristan. On top of that, we also have this recent report from E! News about how Khloe Kardashian is standing by her man despite all of the recent social media drama, including, or at least I'm assuming, the rumors that Tristan Thompson had an affair with Instagram model Sydney Chase. If you remember, she's the woman who claimed to have slept with Tristan Thompson on the No Jumper podcast. Also in this report, we hear that Khloe Kardashian is still wanting to have a second child with Tristan Thompson. I wish I could pop off right now, but first we have to unwrap the facts. So let's just not waste any time and get to these Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson, and Kimberly Alexander facts. Alright, so as you all know by now, Kimberly Alexander is the woman who is accusing Tristan Thompson of being the father of her son. Tristan and Kimberly allegedly hooked up during Tristan's rookie season, something that he does not deny. However, he does deny being the father of her child. Tristan has reportedly taken one negative DNA test, and Khloe's attorneys dropped the bombshell last week that he did take a second negative DNA test. However, this is something that Kimberly Alexander claims never happened. As of right now, Tristan Thompson does have an active lawsuit against Kimberly Alexander because of the claims she publicly made about him, including the fact she's publicly called him a deadbeat dad. In this lawsuit, Tristan states that he's, quote, a proud, loving, and providing father to 2 children. Tristan also claims that Kimberly's false accusations potentially cost him endorsement deals because companies and brands viewed him as a troubled athlete. Now, Kimberly recently did not show up for a court hearing in regards to this Tristan Thompson lawsuit, and because of that, Tristan's attorneys asked for the judge to make a default judgment of $100,000, saying that Kimberly Alexander owes Tristan Thompson $100,000. However, according to TMZ, the judge denied Tristan's request, quote, due to some issues that need to be corrected. So as of right now, to my knowledge, the lawsuit is not over yet. In addition to Tristan's lawsuit, Khloe Kardashian has now sent Kimberly Alexander a cease and desist letter that included a threat to sue if she did not stop talking about Khloe publicly. This came after we thought that Kimberly Alexander posted an alleged DM from Khloe Kardashian and then went on her Instagram story and said that she photoshopped the DM. However, Kimberly Alexander has maintained that she was hacked and that she never admitted to any wrongdoing and never posted any fake DMs. We also know that when Khloe Kardashian sent Kimberly Alexander the cease and desist letter with a threat to sue, that Kimberly was not worried at all because she posted this on her Instagram story. And to further prove that she's not worried, earlier this week she went ahead and talked about Tristan and Khloe again on her Instagram. First, she posted this message saying, since TT's lawyers are so convinced when my son was born, let's shut it down today with his birth certificate. He knows the date and is scared it will show he was a cheater once again. Khloe, it don't make you any better. Now, I want to pause and clarify 2 things real quick. Number 1, Kimberly is saying that the date on her son's birth certificate will prove that Tristan once again cheated on his ex, Jordan Craig, not Khloe Kardashian. Quick little background for you guys. Despite Khloe denying it on social media, Jordan Craig has publicly shared in court documents that Tristan Thompson cheated on her with Khloe Kardashian while she was still pregnant with their son, Prince. Again, Khloe has denied this, but Jordan Craig has maintained it, and that is what Kimberly Alexander is referring to when she says this date is going to prove that Tristan is a cheater once again. And the second thing I want to clarify for you guys, the reason why Kimberly Alexander is so upset and so hell-bent on proving her son's age is because when the initial TMZ report came out about Khloe Kardashian sending her a cease and desist letter, her attorneys claimed that Kimberly Alexander's son was 7. That is actually not the case, and after that TMZ report, several media outlets also started reporting the false information that he's 7. In fact, her son is actually 5 and about to turn 6, which she did prove on the birth certificate. You can see his birthday is next month and that he was born in 2015. All right, now that you've seen the birth certificate, let's talk about that Q&A that Kimberly did where she talked about Khloe and Tristan. So first, someone asked her if Khloe has reached out to her, and Kimberly responded saying, not as of yet, besides posting about the fake DM, and yes, I proved it wasn't me. Again, she claimed she was hacked. She did post messages from Instagram, text messages, and emails. Then Kimberly went on to respond to another statement about Khloe, saying that she wanted to do this in Khloe and Tristan's favor away from the media. Then she goes on to say that she was a fool for trying to do that in the first place. Kimberly then continued on to answer a question about her son's last name, saying that he does have Tristan's last name because there was never a reason to think that he wasn't his. She also went ahead and confirmed that he was not with Khloe when they hooked up, which again, we already knew. And then for anyone who thought that the birth certificate showed that her son's last name was actually Alexander, Kimberly cleared that up saying that's her last name. And honestly, if you do take a closer look at the birth certificate, it looks like that is her son's son's middle name. You can't fully see the last name on the birth certificate screenshot that she shared. Now, despite all of this mess, we've learned that Khloe Kardashian is sticking by Tristan Thompson's side. In a recent report from E! News, a source shared that Khloe is not leaving Tristan despite all the social media drama that's been going down the past couple of weeks. Now, because the source did say the past couple of weeks, we can assume that includes the rumor that Tristan Thompson cheated on Khloe Kardashian with Instagram model Sydney Chase. Sydney Chase is the one who made these claims on the No Jumper podcast, talked about Tristan's peekaboo you know what, all of that juicy stuff. If you want more tea on that situation, definitely go check out my other pop-offs because I have you covered. This E! News source went on to say, quote, Khloe obviously gets upset when rumors are spread about Tristan being unfaithful, but the dust has settled a bit and they are still together. The source went on to say that Khloe believes Tristan has been faithful to her. To prove that Khloe Kardashian is, quote, standing by Tristan Thompson, the source went on to share that they are still planning on giving True a sibling. The source said, quote, they are hoping to give True a baby brother, but ultimately want a healthy baby. You honestly couldn't make this up even if you tried, and I am dying to pop off. As I like to say, I am foaming at the mouth to pop off. So let's go ahead and get to the shambong. Alright, so I feel like we have to start with the obvious, and that is that Kimberly Alexander is not backing down at all. The fact that she talked about Khloe by name on her Instagram story this week, despite receiving that cease and desist letter and threat to sue if she didn't stop talking about Khloe publicly, and the fact that she continued to talk about Tristan Thompson and post that birth certificate, even though he has an ongoing lawsuit against her. I don't know if this woman is delusional or if she's actually telling the truth and that she's just not going to stop until the truth is revealed. To be completely honest with you guys, I don't know if I can tell the difference or if I can really tell what's going on. Obviously, I'm inclined to not believe Tristan Thompson because of his past. He's never really given us a reason to believe that he's ever been telling the truth. But honestly, who the heck freaking knows? I really don't think that this battle with Kimberly Alexander is going to be over until she feels an adequate DNA test has been done. Again, she maintains that Tristan Thompson never took that second DNA test. She maintains that the first DNA test he took was an at-home test and sent to a lab that the Kardashians have ties to, although Tristan and Khloe's attorneys have both adamantly denied that claim. Again, Kimberly Alexander believes it. I don't think she's gonna back down until an adequate test in her mind has been done. And honestly, I know this negative DNA test is a very hot button issue, especially with a lot of you. I've read a lot of your comments. On one hand, there's a big chunk of you who believe Tristan Thompson took that negative DNA test and that Kimberly Alexander should honor the results of that first test. There's also a handful of you that feel like if Tristan Thompson has nothing to hide, that he should take as many DNA tests as possible. And then some of you have also said, well, why doesn't she just call Jordan Craig and see if she could have Prince's DNA to prove that her son and Prince are siblings? So I know that the House of Hill kind of has mixed feels about this DNA test, but regardless, I think we can all agree that Kimberly Alexander is not going to stop just yet. And because I just mentioned Jordan Craig, I want to take a second to say that she is the real winner in this situation. She has a beautiful son. She took Tristan Thompson back to court and got a nice child support payment, which honestly, as she should. I believe that Prince and True should grow up with the same lifestyle. She's securing her bag on her own, and guess what? She doesn't have to deal with any mess in regards to Tristan Thompson because she is living her best life with her son. Meanwhile, Khloe, on the other hand, is really in the thick of it. Cue that TikTok song. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Okay, sorry, my For You page is all over the place. Regardless, you get what I'm trying to say. Jordan Craig is really looking like she is the winner in this situation, while Khloe Kardashian is really dealing with a whole lot of mess. And you know what? In regards to Khloe standing by Tristan, I don't even know why I get surprised anymore. The fact that she believes Tristan has been faithful to her since they reconciled for the third time, despite Sydney Chase knowing intimate details about Tristan's what he's working with below the belt, is absolutely mind-boggling to me. I'm telling you, there's a reason that the saying loyal to a fault exists, because wow. Between Kimberly Alexander not letting up on claims that Tristan Thompson is the father of her son, and Sydney Chase also not letting up on claims that she had relations with Tristan Thompson while he was with Khloe, I mean, the fact that Khloe is sticking with Tristan through all of that is literally the definition of the saying loyal to a fault. Cheese and rice. I also would have thought that the baby number 2 planning would have been put on hold in the midst of all of this, but clearly I was wrong. Why we would want to get further involved with a man who has a scandal on days that end in Y is beyond me. It's really hard for me to understand, but then again, it's Khloe's life. She's the one living it. We're just observing it and talking about it. All right, you guys, that is all I have for you on this latest Tristan Thompson, Khloe Kardashian, and Kimberly Alexander tea. Let out all your thoughts and feels about everything we talked about down below. While you're at it, please give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. For more celeb content, make sure you follow me over on my Instagram. I do mini pop-offs on my Instagram reels Monday through Friday. Also, make sure you give me a follow over on TikTok. I'm really working on it, so please give me a follow. Also, you guys, make sure to check out my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.